Okay. Okay, good evening, everyone. This is 9 Yankee 4 Delta Golf, 9 Yankee 4 Delta Golf, about to commence another session of the TTARS TechNet. The segment is Ask Dev for the 24th of July, 2019. This net meets weekly for the purpose of not only re-establishing our camaraderie throughout the region. Let me just ensure that we're also on digital voice. But we also want to share any technical information that we may have around, and at least we could improve our understanding of the hobby. That control is 9Y for Delta Golf. The name is Dev, D Delta, E Echo, V Victoria. I would just like to mention that tonight's net is on VHF on our 2-meter 146.940 repeater. And we also simultaneously broadcasting on several digital voice modes. And these digital voice modes include on D-Star, we are on XRF 299 Gulf. On DMR, we are on the TGIF network, Talk Group 969. On the YSF network, YSF group of reflectors, we are on room 53636. And we're also on Peanut on the room Tango Golf Foxtrot 969. In addition to which, we are streaming live on YouTube. So you can view the contents of tonight's proceedings. If you're not live, so if you're not here at on the net or to contribute to it, you can certainly do a post-event viewing. The net facilitates all of that. Again, your net control is 9Y for Delta Golf, and the name is Dev, D Delta, E Echo, E Victoria. We'll now take a standby. Now we will call for check-ins on both the analog side and the digital voice side separately. So we will now take a standby for any stations with any emergency or priority traffic. And we will first ask for these check-ins for any emergency or priority traffic. We'll ask for these check-ins via the analog side first. Any stations requiring any check-ins from the analog side, please key up now. They're over. Any stations from the analog side wishing to join the net, please check in with your call sign, please. Over. Okay, the station, please try it again. You're a little bit broken up there. Please try it again. Over. I know there's a station attempting to check in via the repeater. Please try it again. They're over. All right, any further check-ins from the analog side and the repeater? Please check in now with your call sign. Over. Nothing heard. We go across. Nothing heard. We go across now to the digital voice side. Do you have any stations in emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. Nothing heard. We now call for regular check-ins on the analog side. Do you have any regular check-ins on the analog side for the TTARS TechNet? Please call 9 Yankee for Delta Golf.
9 Zulu
Got you there, Bobby. 904 Juliet Alpha Golf. Any others on the analog side? Please call out. You know, it's nice to do this thing via the on YouTube. I would like that station to please listen out to the YouTube channel as well. And you realize that you're not making it. Any further check-ins without our traffic on the analog side only, please check it now. Okay, so we got 9 Zulu 4 Whiskey checking in there. Any others? Nothing heard. Let's take up these two stations. 9 Zulu 4 Juliet Alpha Golf. Good evening there, Bobby. And welcome aboard. How can we help you this evening there? Over.
Whiskey inside as well. Good evening to him as well, to Anthony, and to all the other radio amateurs on the distributor and on YouTube and on the digital side. A very good evening to you all. Dev, I just want to check in, and I'll be listening in for a little while there. Over.
Okay there, Bobby. Well, you know you always our number one check-in there. You always our number one check-in there, Bobby. So thank you so much for coming up there. So we take in information on the analog side before we move across to the digital side of tonight's net. All right. Thanks again, Bobby, for being part of tonight's experience there. 9 Zulu 4 Whiskey. Good evening there. How can we help you this evening? There? Over.
Yeah, Control. I'm saying good night. On frequency there. All is well here in Tobago, can't complain. They just want to give out Tobago Field Day is still on the 17th of August. And information are there. We want to know, we're taking a list of who is coming across so we could prepare for them as usual, as always. So when it's coming maybe next week, we would give out that to see how much would come in so we could cater for them. One thing again, we want to find out, let me click. I want to find out if the event is still going on to Shakari. Because we want to, normally we use 7.159 as the frequency. So if they are going down, we will shift to our next frequency. So we want to make sure that everything would be safe there.
You okay there, Tony? Got you noted there that, well, what I would advise you do is that you please coordinate with 9Z4 Echo Juliet. He's the main coordinator, so please coordinate with him to finalize frequencies of operation and whatnot there. If you hear him, I'll simply put you guys together there, Tony. So thanks very much. The field day in Tobago is on, and gentlemen, ladies and germs, please contact Tony directly and let him know. We wouldn't use this medium. This medium is not for that just yet. So please contact him directly. He needs to know the names and so they can cater for you all there. So thanks very much, Tony, for coming up. And I'm sure the guys know how to get in contact with you. If they don't know, they can certainly get in contact with me. Or send me a WhatsApp and I will certainly pass on your contact information to them. Thanks again there, Tony. Any other traffic there? Over.
We'll be standing by and listening, huh?
Excellent there, Tony. Thank you so much for coming up with that information there. All right, let's move on. Any further check-ins from the analog side before we move across to the digital? This is 9 Yankee for Delta Golf. Nothing good. All right, so we now move across to the digital side. Let me just drop for a second. Do you have any stations wishing to check in on the digital network? Please just simply key up now. They're over. I think I had somebody keyed up in there, but your call sign didn't come up. So try it again. They're over. Okay, so we have J88 Charlie Delta, J88 Charlie Delta on the digital network. Thank you very much, Donald, for coming up. J88 Charlie Delta, go right ahead. The mic is yours. They're over.
Yeah, good evening to all on frequency. Just registering my presence, and when the time comes, I'll make my contribution, if necessary. Over.
Well, Donald, you can do so now, you know. We're on the digital side, so you feel free to make your contributions as we go along with the net. They're over.
All right. As I said before, later in the net, take your check-ins, and then a little later in the net, we'll put in our 2 cents worth. But good evening to all who's monitoring, either via this medium or via what's the other one there again? On YouTube, because I am listening to the YouTube link also, and that is coming through pretty nicely there. Good work.
Yeah, okay there, Donald. Thanks very much there, and looking forward to your contribution a little bit later on. And feel free, this is the TechNet Ask Dev. See if you have any questions or comments or things that you'd like to find out, or even things that you'd like to share with the net. This is the forum for it. So we're more than welcoming everyone to share your information. Again, the net control station is 9Y4 Delta Golf for the name is Dev, Delta Echo Victor. We now take a standby for any stations on the VHF side of it, the analog side. Please check it now. I know there is a station attempting to check in, but you're not making it into the repeater. Please, 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 please improve your position, go outside, use a better antenna if you can, but you're certainly not making it good, buddy. Try and see how you can access the repeater. You're not making it into the repeater. You might be hearing the repeater, but I'm sorry to tell you that the repeater is not hearing you. So let's move on with the check-ins. Any further check-ins on the analog side, please check in with your call side there. Over. Okay, so we got 9Y4 Charlie Alpha Juliet. Any others? Please check in with your call side there. Over. Nothing heard. Okay, we have 9Y4 CAJ. Go ahead there, Calmet. Did you get that problem sorted out there? Over.
Pleasant good evening there. Not yet, but I think we isolated to the DMR side of things here. So the problem is just on the DMR. And at the same time, I'm not sure what's happening in my computer. I ordered a new one there and hope to get it this week. Friday or Monday there. I don't know if that will make a difference. Definitely have some computer issues as well. I'm not sure what causing the DMR side to act up there.
Yeah, okay there, Calmet. Well, okay. Well, I guess, you have to try and isolate the problem. To understand what on the DMR side will be giving you problems there, because are you getting problems with the DMR side even on the thumb DV? Is that what you're saying there? Over?
Yeah, and both facilities, both the radio and the thumb DV there. Any problems with the MR side? The other side of things seem to be working there, Roger.
Okay, that's a strange one. That's a very strange one. And I want to ask something, but I won't do it on the repeater. All right, Calmet. Hope you get it sorted out soon there. 9Y4 CAJ, 9Y4 Daniel. Thank you very much for coming up, and do stick around. I know you normally have a lot of questions for us, so we welcome them there. Over.
Yeah, you see what gives there later. Still trying to solve the problem here too. So in between, I'm listening, and if there's any query or question, then make sure to contribute there, Roger.
Excellent. No problem there at all. Thanks very much, Calmet, for coming up there. Any others from the analog, any other check-ins from the analog side? Please check in with the call side there. Over. Nothing heard. We switch across to the digital side. Do you have any further check-ins for the digital side? On the digital voice modes, please just key up and we'll get your call side. Just simply key up there. Over. All right, I saw Philip in there. I didn't get the call, but I got the name. We have Philip on the digital voice. Please, let's hear it from you, Philip. The mic is yours there. Over.
Pleasant good night there to you, Dev, Net Control. But you boys are like music to my ears here in Barbados. I've been trying all week to get someone on the Barbados repeater to no avail. And this morning, while visiting the Harrison Cave, I came across the 8V6 Golf Zulu David. So good to hear you guys inside. 9 Zulu 4 Whiskey Delta here on the island of Barbados, saying good night to you and all others on frequency monitoring. Over.
You okay, Philip? Great. Fortunately, we're doing this little construction here. Otherwise, you would not know what is happening here on the TechNet. So good thing we have the link, and luckily for Peanut, you are able to check in Barbados. I saw you check in a couple of times on mornings of call, but the thing about it there, David, we're on vacation, so we don't normally wake up before 8 o'clock. So any calls before 8 o'clock will go totally unanswered. But I always have the it monitoring, and I see you on the last heard. I saw your call sign on the last heard there, Philip. So that's why I know that you were up and around. So glad that we could at least chat, and you're getting some life on that those equipment that you have there. So how long would you be enjoying the hospitality of our Bajan friends again there, Philip? How long again would you be there before you return back to Trinidad there? 9Z4 Whiskey Delta on the net, on the TechNet, 9 Yankee 4 Delta Golf. Over.
9 Yankee 4 Delta Golf from 9 Zulu 4 Whiskey Delta. I'm here until Saturday, Dev. I'll be heading back home to Trinidad on Saturday evening. Also on Echolink, I did join the emergency weather net, the link up with the repeaters in the Caribbean from the 86RR repeater here in Barbados. And I did talk to Dennis Victor 2, is it one? Victor 2 question mark Delta Juliet, that's Dennis in Antigua there. He was the net control. So I've been getting out through Echolink there also. I've joined a couple nets in Florida, the repeaters in Florida on Echolink. So very interesting. I tried calling you a couple times also on this digital mode there, but as you said, didn't hear anyone. But it's good to hear you guys tonight. So with that, I will be on the side listening and seeing 73s. And thanks for the acknowledgement there. 9 Zulu 4 Whiskey Delta out of the island of Barbados. Saying goodbye, and I'm on this side.
Yeah, good, Philip. Fine business there, and thank you so much for coming up there. So I guess we can link up with Philly Beachan guys. I don't know if you ever, I'm not too sure if you ever saw their club station. They have a very impressive club station there, Philip. So you can probably take a look at it there if you have the time. Thanks for coming up, and we would see if we can listen up there and hear you from time to time there. Alrighty, any further check-ins on the digital void side? This is 9 Yankee 4 Delta Golf.
Juliet 88 Delta Mike. 9 Yankee 4 Delta Alpha Portable Whiskey 2.
Right, we got 2 check-ins there in the digital voice side. JD Delta Mike, Rennie, and Whiskey 2 stroke 9Y4 Delta Alpha. Right, Rennie, good evening, and welcome to the Trinidad and Tobago Radio Society 2-meter Tech Net. This segment is really Ask Dev. So we will be answering some questions once questions are thrown at us. So welcome, there, Rennie. JD Delta Mike, 9Y4 Delta Golf. The podium is yours, over.
Yeah, let me say good evening to all on the TechNet, and just I'm mobiling at the same time, and looks like just to check in. All is well. Rainy evening here on the island of St. Vincent this evening, but as expected, it's a rainy season and a tropical wave is approaching, so maybe more to come. But all is well, Dev, and good to hear you, and quite sure that it's going to be an interesting net. I'll soon get home and I'll log in again and I'll check in with you. So with that, I'll turn the microphone back to you, and we'll cross the wires shortly. Go ahead.
You're good, Rennie. Fine business, and so glad that you could come up and be part of tonight's experience there. Alrighty, let's see. And do stick around. And of course, I know you usually have your usual questions and whatnot. So welcome them as always. They're ready. Let's move further up north to the state of New York in the US of A. Good evening, dear Dave. Whiskey 2, stroke 9Y4 Delta Alpha, 9Y4 Delta Golf. The floor is yours, dear Dave. Over.
Hello, good evening. This is Whiskey 2 stroke 9 Yankee 4 Delta Alpha. Good evening again to all. It's a nice clear day today. There was no rain like yesterday. I just opened the door here to give you a forecast from another forecast, an actual. A couple of clouds, hazy. It's late afternoon. It looks like 5:30 in Trinidad, but it's after 8 here. You know, this far north and time, daylight saving. The granddaughter is out in front playing with the kids on the street, and my daughter just came back. I was home just minding the dogs here, and they're giving me a hard time. But that's about it, yeah. But glad to have the net up because, you know, up here I can't check in on the 2 meters net at all. But with Deb's crosslink, I am happy to say yes, I can.
Yeah, okay, no problem there at all. Dave, thank you very much for coming up and being part of tonight's the TechNet. Really appreciate that you taking the time to be part of to be part of the net here this evening, and I'm glad you're having some fun there with the grandkids. And when are you heading back to our shores there, Dave? 9Y4 Whiskey 2 Stroke 9Y4 Delta Alpha 9Y4 Delta Golf. Over.
Whiskey 2 stroke 9 Yankee 4 Delta Alpha. The forecast was to come back on the 5th of September. Depending how late the baby comes or early, that can be adjusted. But so far, the forecast is to come back even later. I'm not crazy about that because I don't know, I can't stay in one place too long. But I have budgeted the time already, and so I'll be here for a bit. I'm going to miss almost all the field day events. I'll check with the other club up here to see if, you know, if well, I guess they'll be up for contest. But the other events, well, field day is gone. I'm definitely not here for October, so I wouldn't, hopefully I'll be back in Trinidad for Jamboree anyway. Over.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay there, Dave. No problem there at all. Thanks again for coming in there. We'll take one more call for any check-ins on the digital voice side before we move across to the analog side, and then we'd probably do some tech stuff. So let's see, any further check-ins? Let's our last call before we switch across to the analog side. This is 9Y4 Delta Golf, calling for check-ins on the digital voice side. Please key up now. Over. All right, nothing heard. Nothing heard. All right, so we now take across to the analog side. Do we have any further check-ins? Anybody wants to join the TechNet for the 24th of July on the analog side? Please check in with your call sign. Over. Okay, so we got 9 Zulu 4 Delta Alpha Alpha. Any others? Any other check-ins on the analog side? This is 9Y4 Delta Golf. Please check in with your call sign. Over. Nothing heard. 9Y4 Delta Alpha Alpha. Good evening there, David. Nice to have you aboard. And welcome to the TTARS TechNet Ask Them segment for today, 24th of July. How can we help you this evening there, David? Over.
Internet control Y4 Delta Golf. 924D, operator David. Just like to check in on tonight's net. We spending the night up in the country here tonight, so we just put up a little small antenna on a tree here, so we transmit it over.
Well, you're sounding very good. I must say, you're sounding very, very good. Where is the country exactly, David? Over.
All right, in the Brazil area, just not too far from the Catholic Church off the main road. Over.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Glad you enjoyed it. And I hear the audio repeated in the background. So you probably have the digital voice radio monitoring in the background, or is that YouTube there? Over?
Yes, we have peanuts running in the background, so we just making sure that everything is okay. Over.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I heard it there, David. Sounding good. But it's not disturbing you in any way. So glad that you could come up there. All right. Do we have any further check-ins? And thanks again for coming up there, David. Any further check-ins on the analog side before we go with some tech stuff? This is 9Y4 Delta Golf.
9 Zulu 4 Bravo Tango.
All right, so we got 9 Zulu 4 Bravo Tango. Thank you very much for coming up there, Brian. Any other check-ins from the analog side? Please check in with the call sign there. Over.
9 Zulu 4 Delta Zulu.
And we got 9 Zulu 4 Delta Zulu. We'll go with these two. 9 Zulu 4 Bravo Tango. Good evening, dear Brian, and welcome to the TechNet. Good evening, Brian, and welcome to the TechNet. How can we help you this evening, dear? Over.
Yankee 4 Delta Golf for the net, 9 Zulu 4 Bravo Tango. Good evening, Dev. Good evening, all video amateurs. I'm good. Thanks for asking. Hope all is well with you. Wishing everybody all the best and safety and so on. Today, other quiet day, no rain or anything in Central. Tell woman is shock here. And, well, I'm listening on VHF only. I have a digital radio, but I don't think your commentary C4 FM. So straight analog to you.
Okay. Yeah, okay there, Brian. The digital radio I have is what? DMR? I think you mentioned C4 FM. Is that correct?
Yeah, C4 FM. Over.
All right. Do you know how to put it on? You could probably write this down. 53636. Do you know how to access the YSF network with it? And go on 53636 there. Do you know how to do that there? Over.
Okay, say again the numbers. Over.
Number 5, number 3, number 6, number 3, number 6. 53636. Yourself?
Right, I confirm 53636. No, I'll give me some homework there, so I'll try and see while you continue the net there. How to get through the over.
Yeah, just remember it's not a YSX, it's YSF, Yankee Sierra Foxtrot. It's a YSF reflector, YSF 53636. So you should have some fun there with that, and you should be able to hear us on Peanut. Do you have your Peanut app downloaded, dear Brian? Over.
Okay, thanks for your info, Dev. Let me see what I can do here. Thanks for having me for the time being, and I may check a little later if I get through. Now, I'll put DJ on the net, 9Z4 Bravo Tango.
Okay, fine business. Thank you very much, dear Brian. All right, let's move on to down south of me at least, to Stevenson, 904 Delta Zulu. Good evening there, Stevenson, and welcome to the TechNet. The floor is yours. Over.
Yankee 4 Delta Golf Net Control 9 Zulu 4 Delta Zulu return. Very good night to you there. God bless you and your family and all listening at this present time there. Just taking the opportunity here to come in for kind of sitting long here and drowsing off on myself there. And I was so tired today. So much of things to do. And so the both theater getting older there. So I think I went and take a really once a night here. Go ahead.
You okay there, buddy? All right, no problem at all. We ain't getting we're not no spring chicken no more, you know. So you need to do these things on a regular, on a more frequently basis. As somebody say, you know, when you was young and somebody tell you go and sleep, they thought that was punishment. Now when they tell you go and sleep, it's a mini vacation. They over.
Yeah, buddy, you are still on that there. Yeah, so it'll be sometimes there. Cause 4 every time a phone rings or somebody outside, by the time I hang up, somebody calling outside again to help with something. So now I'm in day one today there. Only helping each and every one there. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, you know, when you're a helpful guy, what happens there? Anyhow, just think that without you around, a lot of people would be very distressed. So it's a good thing you're doing what you're doing there, Stevenson. So continue doing it, and thanks very much for coming up. I'll take one more call for the analog side, and then we'll probably move on to, I think Donald had something technical. So Donald, be on standby. We're going to call for you shortly. And so let's see, any further check-ins on the VHF side, the analog side of the tonight's net? Please check in with your call sign there. Over.
903 Alpha Delta Golf.
Okay, so we got A1 in there. Good evening there, A1, and welcome to the TechNet 903 Alpha Delta Golf. This is 9Y4 Delta Golf. The floor is yours there, A1. Go right ahead, over.
9Y4 Delta Golf, 903 Alpha Delta Golf returning. Good night, Dev. Good night, everyone on the net. I just passing through. I just want to say as well, good work. I was actually monitoring on YouTube. I was on my way from class, coming from you now. So I now reach on there and I come on the FM side because my phone started dying. So, but good work. It's coming through. Everybody coming through good and thing on YouTube on the stream. So I was listening and monitoring on that side. Back to you there, over.
Yeah, thanks very much there, Aaron. Thanks very much for that there. And it's a little Mickey Mouse thing we have set up here. So glad to know at least it works. All right, and let's stop there. We should have some tech stuff being shared, if not by me, by many of the other hams within the region there. All righty, so let's see. Any further check-ins on the analog side, please check in with your call sign there, over. Nothing heard, and let me just drop on the digital side. So we're going to invite 9Y, sorry, what have I said? Donald Boy, like I want to move you to Trinidad. We're going to invite JD Charlie Delta. So we're now going to approach the tech side of the net. A little bit late, but nevertheless, we had some good check-ins. JD Charlie Delta, good evening again there, Donald. And go right ahead. The floor is yours, there, Donald. Over. Now, where did Donald go? JD Charlie Delta, you're still with us there, Donald? 9 Yankee 4 Delta Golf.
Okay, Dev. Yeah, we are sorry about that. We were just pouring up another radio here, and we heard a little pop. So we're trying to investigate what's happening on the other side there. Over. So I'll be back with you guys momentarily.
Okay, Donald, was that pop accompanied by smoke?
No, no smoke at all.
Then it's not urgent, Donald. All right, not a problem, buddy. You sort it out there, and we'll see what gives. As much as we're on the digital side, let me pass that across to the digital side to see if they have anything that they want to probably ask or whatever. So I'll probably go to the second person on the list, which is Philip, 9Z4 Whiskey Delta. You're still with us, Philip? And you have any tech questions or tech stuff you'd like to share with us, there, over?
904 Whiskey Delta with the Nets. Just one question. I was trying to locate a repeater in Trinidad on Echolink. Is there any repeaters on Echolink Trinidad repeater there, Dev? Over.
Okay, Philip, what you'll have to do is on Echolink, look for 9 Zulu 4 Romeo Golf /R. 9 Zulu 4 Romeo Golf /R. He has a repeater link set up on Echolink there. QSL?
Okay, thanks very much for the info there. All right, nothing else to report. We had a nice day here in Barbados today. And I heard Rennie say there's rain in St. Vincent. We have been having some showers, morning showers here in Barbados for the past few days since I'm here, since Saturday. But nice weather in the evening for the beaches, for the pool, and the grandchildren there enjoying themselves immensely. I want to go into the capital city tomorrow and do a bit of shopping. So hope the weather holds for me there. So with that, thanks again for facilitating me on the network, and I will pass the microphone back to you and say 73s and good night to everyone. Over.
Well, Donald, I'm so sorry. Well, Philip, I'm so glad that we could have made it possible for you to be part of tonight's experience there, and glad at least we could be able to facilitate you getting on the air and ease the boredom a little bit there, Donald. All right, thanks very much for coming up. Let's see, we move on to Rennie, JD Delta Mike. Rennie, anything else on the for us there? Over. Not too sure where Rennie left, where Rennie went to. 9 JD Delta Mike is still there with us, Rennie. 954 Delta Golf. Nothing heard. And let me see if Dave has anything there. 954 Whiskey 2 Stroke 954 Delta Alpha. Anything there for you from you there, Dave? Over.
Yeah, sorry, I was inside and outside, and plus the doors made so much noise now. The ground that is back. You might hear a voice in the background. No, nothing good. Oh, I made contact with my friend in Toronto, and right now he is on YouTube listening to the net. So we have an audience up further north than me. Over.
Okay, Dave, fine business there. Thanks for coming up there. We usually have in excess of 200, between 200 views, a little more than 200 views on the YouTube channel during the course of the week or with time. If you check the net there, quite a lot of views there. So it's the YouTube aspect of it is extremely essential. Some people may not be able to make it to the net, but at least they can certainly look at the proceedings there afterwards. There, Dave. So thanks very much for spreading the gospel according to the TTARS TechNet. So that was very good of you there, Dave. Over.
Okay, then I'm ways away, but I have to do my part there. All right, I think that's about it there for me, and I'll just listen up until the net ends, and then go and watch something on the tube, the other tube. Over.
Okay, cool. No problem at all. Any further check-ins on the digital side, as much as we are in this mode right now? Please key up now. They're over. Nothing heard. Let me see if Donald is back with us. JD Charlie Delta. You're back with us, Donald. 9 Yankee 4 Delta Golf. JD Charlie Delta 9Y4 Delta Golf.
Contact.
Yeah, go right ahead there, Philip. You just had to key your microphone. I'll see a call sign. So take it away, Philip. 9Z4 Whiskey Delta 9Y4 Delta Golf. Over.
Rennie said that he was on mobile and he would check in with you when he gets in home. So I think at this time there he's probably still on mobile out there. Over.
Yeah, okay there, Philip. If you know Rennie is very resourceful, you know, he can do all kind of things there. So just as he was on mobile to check in, you know, I know he'll be on mobile. And once he leaves there, he's normally on base pretty quickly there. So his downtime tends to zero. But thanks for that little bit of info there, Philip. Appreciated there. All right. So let's see. We switch across to YouTube. If you look at the YouTube there, a lot of interesting stuff. The IEEE Symposium, which displays the breadth of amateur radio, is in July 2019. IEEE is a very, what shall I say, a very resourceful organization. And they do quite a lot of good stuff in terms of research and so on. Just some other bits of stuff. We say some European telecom regulators keeping an open mind on French 2-meter proposal. And we had not discussed that in a previous net, where the French would like to take away the first 2 megs of our 2-meter bandwidth. And I say the first 2 megs because we are in region 2. We have 4 megs of VHF bandwidth. But if you were in region 1, then you would have been losing all of your VHF bandwidth because all they have is 144 to 146 megahertz. And if you were to check some previous tech nets, there was one, I can't remember the date of it, but it may have been probably about a month ago. Sometime in June, we did a tech net on that, which explained the whole proposal for the French and what is involved, where they have reached. I know in August, there's supposed to be a top-level meeting to decide whether this is going forward to be placed on the agenda of WRC 23. That is going to be done. That meeting is going to be next month. And the decision is, you know, we're going to decide whether it's going to be placed on the agenda for WARC 23. So only time will tell to see what is happening. Stay tuned. There may be a call by IARU to ask your member societies to agitate the powers that be in your respective countries to probably take it a step forward in terms of, you know, getting our voices heard and getting our delegates to WARC 23 to vote in our favor. All right, a little bit of information here. Logbook of the World, LOTW adds FT4 for digital vote all states and award endorsements. So now LOTW can accept FT4 logins, and that is pretty cool. I remember when FT8 was introduced back in 2017, in July of 2017. As a matter of fact, it's 2 years. FT8 celebrated its 2nd birthday earlier this month. And I remember I was in Barbados doing a presentation on JT65 when FT8 came out there. So that was pretty cool. FT8 came out afterwards, as a matter of fact. Afterwards, my presentation was in June in Barbados. And right after that, we had actually demonstrated JT65. And right after that, FT8 came out. And for those of you who don't know, with JT65, let me just key up here again. Those of you all who don't know, with JT65, each go around is to last a minute. And it was a dream to now have a round taken just 15 seconds. And now with FT4, with digital voice on steroids, I would call it, probably lasts just about 6 to 8 seconds now. So it's pretty cool. All right. We have some other important stuff. Like I said, I'm looking at the YouTube videos. So those of you all who are not tuned to the YouTube link, you're missing out a couple of things. JVP antennas back to the market. I have no idea what that was, but nevertheless. Oh, PTRX 73. Oh, let's go back. PTRX 7300 panorama adapter for the IC 7300. So if you want, those of you guys like Brahmi, if you have a 7300 and you want to get a panorama adapter for your device, PTRX now has one. So you can use your computer to change frequencies and also all that sort of good stuff. Pretty nifty. Amateur radio band and frequencies explained. There's a little video article on that. And of course, this is interesting. I know we had the 41 Charlie Victor, who has worked a lot of the guys in the Caribbean. We had some guys in French Guyana, in St. Lucia, in Trinidad and Tobago, a very own 9Y4 Delta. Made contacts quite a few times, but this particular one is quite interesting because it's almost a 5,000 kilometer run. Delta 41 Charlie Victor, working Delta Kilo 5 Alpha India. So that's a pretty impressive VHF contact there. And I know Chris was attempting to explain the mode of propagation. That's 9Y4 Delta. So you probably look at that maybe sometime in the future in terms of what would cause propagation of that nature. I have an idea of what it is, but I would like to probably do a proper presentation on it maybe sometime in the future if I'm called upon to do so. All right, let's take a little pause. Do you have any stations? I'll first start with the analog side. Wishing to check in, please. Or have any questions or comments? Please check in with the call sign there. Over. Nothing heard. Nothing heard. Let's see if JD Charlie Delta is back. We switch our course to the digital side. Any questions or comments from the digital side? Please key up now. There. Over. JD Charlie Delta. Are you back with us there, Donald? 9Y4 Delta Golf. All right, nothing heard from Charlie Delta. Okay, so we'll continue to look at this this stuff here. Oh yes, I saw some here TYT, not the IP79, the radio the T GD73 DMR radio has been released. I saw a little review of this done by on Ham Radio 2.0, and what they were saying is that while it's a pretty nifty radio, you know, if you look at the antenna, it is designed. This little radio is designed basically. You know, the guy was saying that it's nice for hotspots because the low power it is 0.5 or a watt, and the high power is just about 2 watts. So it's not really all that great to access repeaters if you're far from a repeater. It's only UHF, which is not a bad deal if you want to access hotspots, because most of the mono-mode hotspots are UHF or the UHF band only. Oh yes, here he is. Here he is. And that this is the video I was looking at, and you were saying that you know, you would not be able to. It's not a good repeater radio, but it's an ideal, a very nice hotspot radio, because the antenna, of course, it's fixed, can't be removed. You know, so it's a pretty good radio for hotspots and that sort of stuff. Very nice and small, palm size, could fit in your shirt pocket, and probably hide in there as well. All right. How did I get to this page? All right. Anyhow, we'll just type it in back. TTARS now. Okay. I'll be sure what happened here. Why am I not? Oh, here it is. Good. Okay, sorry about that little break there. We're just trying to get back on track here. We're just trying to get back on track here with this. Okay, cool. All right, let's see what else there is. Oh, we have 2 SSTV events coming up during July 29th to August 4th. This should be interesting. All right. So there we have it. I'm sure some of the SSTV guys would be glad to hear about this little event. From July 24th to August 4th, below is the ISTV schedule planned from the ISS. The first session is the routine MAI-75 activity that is only active for a few orbits. It appears that most of the world except North America will get a shot during the 2-day run. Some lucky operators along the east coast of North America should get a pass on July 29th. So here we go. All right, July 29th, GMT, 13:15 SSTV activate at 13:15, and at July 29th, it's going to power down. And then again on 13:30, it's going to power up. And at 19:30, it's going to power down. Okay. And that's the first event on July 29th and 30th. The second event will be a worldwide event running from August 1st through 4th. And will be a memorial event to honor Owen Garriott, W5 Lima Foxtrot Lima. He was the first person to operate amateur radio from space. We owe much to his effort to bring the hobby to space for other operators. The schedule below. So we have from August 1st to August 4th, we're going to activate it at 0940, and it's going to shut down on 18:15 UTC there. So there's some manuals here to download. Go to qrznow.com, qrznow.com, and you can click on the downloads and get them and so on. All right, so we have some other stuff here. More advertisements than anything else. This is 9Y4 Delta Golf. It's now 20:59. So we now first take comments or check-ins from the analog side. Please check in with the call sign there. Over. Nothing heard. We switch across to the digital voice side. Do we have any further check-ins, comments, or questions? Please key up now. There. Over. All right, JD Charlie Delta, are you with us? We're about to wrap things up. This is your last call there, Donald. JD Charlie Delta 9Y4 Delta Golf.
Yeah, there's but that boy had a power supply that was changed to 110 and it wasn't changed back to 220. So I was not aware of that. And I plugged in and that's what probably popped some filter caps in the power supply. I hope it's that only and nothing else.
Yeah, okay. All right. I'm sure you'll be able to sort it out. All right. There, Donald. All right. Say you had a comment or question. You want to share it with us now, there, Donald. Over.
Nothing important at this time. We do have a matter, but it's kind of like more private, so we probably do that on WhatsApp or one of these evenings. Technical, yes, but not for this forum.
Yeah, okay, no problem at all. All right, well, not a problem there, buddy. Thanks so much for coming up, and I hope you get the power supply sorted out. I'm not too sure what's happening to my link. girlsinow.com. Did I type in that correct? Okay, let's see, QLC. All right, not too sure what's happening here. But anyhow, let's take any further check-ins from anywhere, please. Key up now, they're over. All right, realize was giving me problems with my spelling. All right, anyhow, let's take check-ins from anywhere, VHF or on digital voice. Any check-ins, comments, or questions? Otherwise, we'll tie the ribbons on tonight's proceedings. Any further check-ins or comments or questions, please check in, call in from anywhere. Nothing heard. All right, let me thank the stations who have taken the time to join us here this evening. We'd also like to thank the stations who have taken the time to look at us on YouTube. We apologize. Not too sure what is happening here. Not getting my link up, but the internet is up because I'm on digital voice. Not too sure what's happening, but we look at that. It's not really important right now. So we'll switch back to a screen that has never failed us. That one will work. I'm sure we're still streaming live on YouTube. Not too sure what's happening. So I'd like to thank everyone for being part of tonight's net, the YouTube forum, the digital voice, and also on VHF. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 check-ins on VHF. We had 4 check-ins on digital voice. And I'm sure by the time the weekend is over, we're going to have over 200 people viewing the YouTube video. So let me say thank you all very much. And please, as usual, this net meets every Wednesday at 0000 hours Zulu or at 8 p.m. local time, Eastern Standard Time. So we thank each and every one of you all for being part of tonight's net and wish you all the very best. This is 9Y4 Delta Golf, leaving the following 146.940 repeater in Trinidad and Tobago, D-Star XRF 299 Gulf, DMR TGIF Talk Group 969, YSF Room 53636, and Peanut Room TGF 969 free for general amateur radio use. Cemeteries all, and it has been my pleasure being here this evening. This is 9Y4 Delta Golf, St. Cemeteries.